Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Kurt Klinzing from Quality of Life Now. We're QOLnow.com. We're going to do like Qigong and basic Tai Chi movements every week, but this week we're actually going to work on one of the main things, which is breathing, which is used in meditation, martial arts, Qigong, just basically yoga. And so we're going to do just a few minutes of warm up, and then we're going to just go over some breathing techniques. So first we start out, we want to separate our practice from our daily life. So we're going to set our mind. So you're going to reach up, gather energy from the heavens, pull down to your navel. Called pulling down the heavens. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, out. And breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so you're going to shake your hands. This is called shaking the 9 gates. It opens up the 9 major organs, joints in your body: hip, knee, and ankle, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and upper and lower middle back. So you start out by shaking your hands, but now you loosely bounce up and down. Now your hands are bouncing because your body's bouncing. Your shoulders are relaxed. So, and if you can just do that, bending, bouncing with your knees. If you have, not worried about your balance, you can slightly, very slightly lift your heels off the ground and then drop down. It sends a little shock wave through your body. You're trying to break up the adhesions in your body, separate your internal organs, which get stuck together if you just sit around too much. Bouncing. Trying to lift your rib cage slightly off your internal organs, then you're dropping down, moving the skin over your muscles, the muscles over your bones, breaking up the adhesions in your fascia, trying to warm up your spine. Really loose. And throw the energy out to your fingertips. Next, we do another one. These are Qigong Tai Chi exercises. So they have all, the Chinese give everything names. So you're going back and forth, you're turning, and your chin's following your shoulder. Your hands are loose, and then when they go, they hit against your body. So this is called Dragon Shakes His Whiskers. So, and you want to engage your mind. So what you do is you pick a point on each side, and as you go to that side, you focus quickly on that point. You're trying to engage your mind, learning to be able to focus quickly. And as you get warmed up, if you can, you turn a little bit further and further until you're actually just looking at one point behind you. And you look at that point, focus, turn all the way around, look at the point, focus. Times, once again, when I ask you, you can say your Dragon Shakes His Whiskers. All right, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to try to open up our spine by doing a crescent pose. So you're reaching, one hand's on your ribs, you're reaching for the ceiling, and then you're leaning and you're trying to touch the wall on the other side. So your arm comes up, you switch arms, reach for that wall, reach for the ceiling, reach for the other wall. So now when you're doing this, you want to make sure your shoulders stay up. It's as if you're up against the wall. You don't want to be twisting your body. We're trying to turn our spine into a C shape. Reach. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, out. Breathe in. Okay, so we're going to do some movements. So we just went through a set of movements called the 8 brocades. We're going to do a few movements from those to continue to warm up our body. So you've got your hands, it's like you're holding a big ball of energy. You're going to turn the ball over, and you're going to reach for the sky with one hand, reach for the floor with the earth with the other. In both cases, you want to have your hand pulled back. You're trying to engage your forearms. The hand that's going lower is pointing forward, and the other hand is pointing in the direction of your shoulders. And we're going to come down, turn the ball over, and you're going to reach. This is trying to straighten out your nervous system, getting the kinks out of your meridians. So you're pushing down equally as pushing up. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, really stretch. Breathe in, and over, breathe out, reach, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, out, in, out, one more, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now you're going to mesh your hands together, you're going to turn them out, so you're going to breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. This part is breathe in, breathe out, just warming up your forearms. You're going to come to your chest, and then you're going to go out, breathe out, breathe in, out, breathe in, out. Okay, so now you're going to go like, breathe in, when you go, you're going to go like at maybe a 45-degree angle. Breathe in, out, in, breathe out. Okay, so now if you have shoulder problems, just stay there. If you can, we want to go straight up. What we're trying to do is lift our rib cage off our organs, and once again, we're stretching. This is called 2 palms, press the sky, hold up the sky. So you're going to breathe in. This way, you're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, stretch. If you can, if you're not worried about your balance, you can go up on your toes. Otherwise, just reach. In, breathe out. Now we're going to do that crescent pose again. You're going to breathe in, and then when you breathe out, you're going to lean to the side. Back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do hands hold up the heavens. This one is called splitting the heaven and the earth. The last one we're going to do is we're going to try to stretch out our lower body a bit. So what we're going to do, it's called gathering the sun and pressing the earth. So your hands are going to come up. You look up slightly. You're trying to not bend your lower back, but you're trying to turn your thorax up a bit so your heart's exposed to the sun. You're going to gather energy. Now, as you pull back, there's meridians in your ribs, so you're going to scrub those meridians. Your hands are going to go back. Support your kidneys. You're going to lean forward, but you're going to continue to look forward. This should engage your hamstrings. For right now, we're not warmed up, but enough, so don't crank them. But you should feel it in your hamstrings. And then that was all that's what we do when we breathe in. Then we breathe out. Our hands slide down the back of our legs. There's meridians there. We're activating them, and then just hang loose, and then we're going to breathe in while we're down there. Try to expand your chest, trying to separate your vertebrae. You feel in your body cavity. Then as you breathe out, you bend your knees. Your hands are going to rub on the inside of your legs this time. You're trying to come up one vertebrae at a time. Once again, to open your spine. And then we're back here. So if you have blood pressure problems, stop here. Don't put your head below your heart. But otherwise, you can just go like this. Okay, so otherwise, you do the full range of motion. So we're going to breathe in. Scrub, keep breathing in, supporting your kidneys, looking forward. Now breathe out. Now you can drop your head, run your hands along the back of your legs, touch the floor, reach for the floor. Breathe in. Now breathe out. Bend your knees. Look inside of your legs. Gonna rub here. That's your quad. That's called your quad. Trying to push the lymphatic fluid around. So we'll do this a few times. Breathe in. Scrub. Support. Look. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up as you breathe out. Breathe in. Look up. Gather the sun. Scrub your ribs. Support your kidneys. Look forward. Engage your hamstrings. Breathe out. Lower your head. Stretching all the way down the back of your legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up as you breathe out. Look inside your legs. Breathe at a time. Breathe in. Scrub, support. Look. Breathe out. Drop your head. Rub the back of your legs. Breathe in as you touch the floor. Reach for the floor. Breathe out. Bend your knees. Come up vertebrae at a time. Use your core to compress your internal organs as you come up to squeeze them. Breathe in. Forward. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Sorry, breathe out. Come up as you breathe out. One last time. Breathe in. Gather the sun. Scrub your ribs. For your kidneys. Look forward. Engage your hamstrings. Then lower your head as you breathe out. Touch the floor. Breathe in. And then breathe out. All right, so what we're going to do today is I try to keep it to a half an hour. So we're just going to go through 3 breathing things. This is going to, what you want to do is you want to learn to control your breath, or use your breath to control your emotions. Your breath usually shows your emotions. Like if you're afraid, you're panting, or you're laughing, expelling emotions. But just as your emotions, like if you're feeling something, so just as your emotions are expressed in your breath can help you control your emotions. So the first thing you have to do is you have to learn to do abdominal breathing. So we'll just go over this quickly. You may already have this, but you put your hands, like I have my thumb, my navel, my hands on my abdomen. So what you want to do is, instead of breathing with your chest, you want to breathe in with your abdomen. So you push your abdomen out. And then as you breathe out, you pull your navel in. Breathe in. Abdomen goes out. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. In, abdomen out. Out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so this is level 1 of abdominal breathing. You should always, what you want to do is, this shouldn't be part of your practice. This should be part of your daily life. You want to get it so you want to practice until you're used abdominal breathing all the time. You're expanding, you're using your diaphragm, so you're expanding your lower lungs. You're getting more oxygen in your body. So now you're pushing oxygenated blood around your body, and it's massaging your internal organs, keeping the adhesions broken up. So this should be the way you breathe all the time. Now we're going to do the same thing, but like when you're practicing, you want it to be a little more intense. So you're going to breathe in just the same. But now when you breathe out, you want to push, you want to pull in your navel, you want to use the muscles in your core, your glutes, you're squeezing, you're pulling in, you're squeezing your internal organs, compressing them. That builds up the strength. Breathe in, breathe out, pull in your navel, use your core to compress your internal organs. Breathe in, breathe out. You're trying to pull in more and compress your internal organs. And now the other thing you do when you're practicing is when you breathe in, lift your tongue and you put it right behind, behind your teeth. It touches the top of your mouth, and you breathe out, drop it down. Same time, remember the other things that we're compressing your internal organs. So breathe in, breathe out. Tongue. In. Breathe out. So we're practicing drop your tongue and then squeeze. Use a little more force than just your normal breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Touch behind your teeth, and breathe out. Okay, so that's abdominal breathing. That's like level 1 and level 2. You want to get level 1. You want to practice. Like if you watch a baby, they don't breathe with you don't see the baby breathing like this. They breathe with their abdomen. That's what you want to get it so it's your normal way of breathing. All right, so the next thing we're trying to do is, so we're trying to learn, use the breathing to help calmness. If you're under a lot of stress, you're dumping stress hormones into your body, you're more likely to be sick. So you can use your breathing to calm yourself. It's, you're hijacking your vagus nerve. So what you're going to do is we're going to sit down. You don't want to be slouched down. You can be sitting like on the edge of a chair. You can also be sitting on the floor. If you're sitting in a chair, your feet should be, get back, there we go, okay. The feet should be flat on the floor. You want your hands on your knees facing up. Okay, so pull up your shoulders, relax your shoulders. Okay, you want to straighten your spine, so you want to feel like your head, like your Christmas tree organ, your head's being pulled up slightly, but your chin is down. That should straighten out your spine. Okay, so now we're going to do abdominal breathing in this position. So we'll just do it once. So remember everything. Breathe in. Want to breathe with your abdomen, tongue up, and then you're going to breathe out, pushing in your navel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Push up your navel. You want to be breathing with your abdomen and not your chest. Breathe out. All right, so what we want to do is we want to tell our body it needs to calm down. So what we're going to do is we're going to regulate our breath. So what we're going to do is when we breathe in, we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now when we breathe out, we're going to breathe out to a count of 8. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 1, 2, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's telling our body it should calm down. So what we're going to do is we'll just do a few breaths together. And what you can do is when you're doing this, you can either count to yourself, or you can get a program or an app that maybe has a metronome. So you can make them so that, like, say they ding every 4 seconds. So you can breathe in for one ding, breathe out for the other, while they usually have you're beating a gong or something to create, meditative sounds. But right now we're just going to breathe in. We're just going to do this a few more times. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 1, 2, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if you can do that even 5 minutes a day, just to get your body calmed down to, once again, it calms your whole body, calms your mind, so that you're not creating so many stress hormones. And we're in a stressful time now. Okay, so we mastered the sitting breathing. So what we want to do is, in Chinese medicine, you have the 3 treasures, which are your mind, your body, your energy, and your spirit. So that was for your mind, your spirit. Basically, you're trying to calm your body. The next thing you want to do is you want to expel toxins from your body, and you can use that through the breathing. So what you want to do is, your lymphatic system is a passive system, so it only works when you're moving, and gravity also pulls a lot of the fluids containing the toxins and things down to our lower body. So what we want to do is we want to engage our body so that it's like pumping our lymphatic system. So, and the way we're going to do that is, there's another movement that's called standing on a boat. So, and it involves the breathing. So first we'll just do it without our hands. So we're standing, your feet are about shoulder width apart. You're coming up. So we have what are called the 2 triangles. The big triangle, which are your toes and your heels. So when you're back, your knees are slightly bent, and you're on the big triangle. So your weight's kind of sinking down into your heels, but at the same time you're grabbing the earth with your toes. So you don't want to be up; you'll be off balance. Since you're grabbing the earth with your toes, you're still balanced. And what we're going to do is we're going to shift forward, and the weight's going to go on the ball of your foot and your toes. That's the little triangle. So we're going back and forth to start with. So we're just gently going back and forth. So we go back, we sink down on our heels, grabbing with our toes. We're going to go forward, we come up very slightly, and our weight's on the balls of our feet. So we're going back and forth. So it's like you're breathing in, going up, your back is slightly arched, and then when you breathe out, you come back and you also would loosen your knees, but you turn your pelvis too. That straightens your spine. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, small triangle, breathe out, sink down onto your heels. Breathe in, remember we're doing abdominal breathing, so you're pushing the abdomen out. Breathe out, the weight goes back on your heels. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, drop down your heels, breathe in, go up, slightly arch your back, breathe out, come back, round your back, straighten your back. So moving your pelvis one more time, breathe in, breathe out. So what's going on here? So we're trying to engage our calves. That the Chinese you have three hearts. You've got your heart in your chest. You've got your abdomen, which we have beating now because we're doing abdominal breathing. That's your second heart, which is moving fluids around your body. And the third heart is actually your calves. So by going up and down, we're engaging our calves, which you get those beating, which is when you do that, it's squeezing the lymphatic nodes. So it's pushing the lymphatic fluid up into your body where it can be recirculated to through your lungs. You get rid of most of your toxins through your lungs. So now we're going to go to the second level of this. So when you go forward, if you're secure in your balance, you can slightly lift your heels off the ground. You're not going way up, you're just going slightly, and that means you have to engage your calves a little bit more, and then you're going to come down and sink down. So in this one, it's going up a little higher. You don't want to lean forward more. It's like you're pulling energy up, and then you're sinking back down. So breathe in, down, breathe in, out, breathe in, out. Okay, so now we're going to add the arms. So what we're going to do is when you go forward, you're lifting your arms. What we're trying to engage, like I said, push lymphatic fluid around. So your arms are kind of out, they're going up and down. There's lymphatic nodes in your armpits. So you're coming up, going up gently. Your heels are slightly off the ground, and then you're sinking down. Go up, breathe in. This is just called standing in a boat, but actually a lot's going on. You're building up pushing lymphatic fluid around to get rid of the toxins. You're strengthening your calves and your ankles. You're breathing, doing your abdominal breathing, so you're calming yourself. The other thing is when we go up, remember we slightly arch our back, and when we go down, go up, slightly arch our back, and then we go down, we pull in our pelvis and round our back, so we're actually stimulating our spine. We're getting spinal fluids also to flow up to our brains, pull out the toxins. So even though it's a very simple movement, a lot's going on. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. Okay, so now we can also have the tongue go up to the top of our mouths and then breathe out. It's a common meditation practice because what happens is you have a circuit in your body that goes like around the center of your body. And when you breathe in, energy goes up your spine, over the top of your head to your tongue. And it's touching and it goes into your tongue. As you breathe out, your tongue drops down and that energy flows down the front of your body. So breathe in. breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And now we're going to put what we did together with the seated, which is we're going to breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we sink down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So remember, we're doing that. So when we're breathing in with our abdomen, and then we're breathing out, we're compressing our internal organs, we're pulling our navel in. We're breathing out slowly. One of the reasons you do that for 2 reasons. One is it's calming. You're telling your body, your vagus nerve, it's time to calm down. And the other thing is you expel, like I said, you expel a lot of the toxins out when you breathe. So by breathing out, you give those toxins a bigger chance to be expelled. And so it just generally improves your health because there's more circulation. You're oxygenating your blood, and then you're letting it circulating. You're pulling up all the toxins back to your lungs and then breathing them out. Okay, so I guess we're going to have part 2 because I only got halfway through the movement. So we'll do some more breathing movements next week. So we're going to pull down the heavens. Okay, so breathe in. Breathe out.